because it's still pretty cold here, I started the day again with a big bowl of porridge. So I started with half a cup of oats and added 1 cup of water to that, and then microwaved it for about 2.5 minutes until it was nice and thick. So I made this Bakewell tart flavoured. If you don't know what a Bakewell tart is, it's a British dessert which is almond and raspberry flavoured. So I added some almond butter to my porridge here, and I stirred it through so it got nice and creamy. Then to really get that almond flavour, I added a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. Then I took some frozen raspberries and defrosted them in the microwave. They get quite liquidy when they defrost, which is why my porridge is super thick, so it's going to thin out when I stir the raspberries through. Because these were quite tart, I added a teaspoon of sugar to them. Then I poured them on top of the porridge. And finished it all off with some flaked almonds. For a snack, I had a slice of sourdough that I'd been testing. Then for lunch, I made some fried rice. So I started off with mushrooms, carrots, green onions and garlic, and I fried that in the pan with some toasted sesame oil. I used this Szechuan pepper, chili and garlic salt for flavouring. Sorry you can't quite see the ingredients that I was trying to show you there. Then once all the vegetables were soft, I added in my pre-cooked leftover brown rice. And some frozen peas. Then I put that back on the heat until the peas were cooked through. Then to finish it off, I added some soy sauce. A little sprinkle of allspice. And finally a squeeze of lime. For an afternoon snack, I had this packet of dark chocolate coated corn thins. They're just like rice cakes but made with corn instead of rice. Then just before I made dinner, I ate a banana as I was super hungry and dinner took quite a long time to cook. So I was making a lasagna. So I started with carrots, onion and celery and fried them in a pan with a little bit of vegetable oil. Once they had started getting soft, I added an orange pepper, some Italian seasoning, some onion salt, some garlic granules, some chopped garlic, a couple of bay leaves, some tomato puree and this carton of chopped tomatoes. So I put that all in a big saucepan and let it simmer away to thicken up. While that was cooking, I also cooked some red lentils. So this made about 8 small servings or 6 medium-sized servings of lasagna in the end. So I added about 150 grams of lentils. And this is what they looked like when they were all cooked. And I just added those into the tomato sauce. Kept letting that thicken up while I made the bechamel or cheese sauce. So I started off with some vegan butter. The lasagna itself wasn't vegan, but the butter was. And then I added some flour into that to make a roux and put that back on the heat when it was all mixed through, just to cook and toast for a couple of minutes. Then when that was ready, I added in milk a little bit at a time, stirred it through to get rid of any lumps, and then added a little bit more milk in. I sped up the switches because it takes a couple of minutes just to get it all through. Once it gets to a thinned out consistency, you can add the rest of the milk in. Put that back on the heat to thicken, and then I added in some cheese, much more than you can see here. Then for seasoning, I added a tiny pinch of ground nutmeg and lots of black pepper. Then I started building up my lasagna. I added the tomato sauce, dried pasta sheets, then the cheese sauce, and then repeated that twice more. Then to the top I added more grated cheese. Then I put this in the oven at 200 degrees centigrade for about 40 minutes. It could have probably taken a bit longer or a bit of a higher temperature to get all the cheese browned. As you can see in the middle it was still a bit pasty, but I was super hungry. And the pasta was soft, which is what is important. Then I had an 8 of that with a big side salad. Then as a snack before bed, I had some of these chocolate chip Weetabix cereals. And that's all I ate today. Thanks for watching.